It's the impulse. It is bold. It is instinctive. And it doesn't wait for any permission. So yeah, Aries energy is all about movement, about trusting yourself, about going first. So, in this video, I'm going to read and softly repeat quotes from inspiring people. People who carry that fire. People who carry that courage, that raw authenticity. Take what resonates and just let the words gently settle into you. First, we have, of course, the mother Aries of them all, Lady Gaga, who once said, "I don't want to make money, I want to make a difference." I don't want to make money, I want to make a difference. She also said, you have to be unique and different and shine in your own way. You have to be unique and different and shine in your own way. I love that because this is so her. It's really all about just setting everything up for your dreams, and in her, and make it your own, obviously. And for her situation, it's also about like changing the world and changing how we have perspective on so many things. And I would love to thank her in person for who she is, and that the fact that she's been, for all my teenage years, such a strong, I could say influence, but I don't know, it's like there's a lot of stories about how she changed people's life and how she saved people without even like knowing. She was just there and she inspired people. Most of what she did. And she was, for myself, a support of me knowing and understanding that there was nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me being gay, obviously. Nothing wrong with me being feminine. Nothing wrong with me like being who I was, the way I was when I was younger. If it wasn't for her, I don't know how I would have been. I truly, firmly believe that she changed a lot. She shaped, in the best way possible, the gay community, and how a whole generation is better than it should have been, in a way. If you know what I mean. Like, she took the stage. She took that place that was not filled with self-care and self-love that feels like it shaped me. I mean, like it shaped the whole world, I believe, and the whole gay community. She will always have haters, I believe. That's the game of it, but I believe that if you are listening to this, you chose me, and you probably also just at least respect her for what she's done. If you don't listen to her or whatever, but I cannot say anything else rather than just she changed the world and mostly the gay community, how we perceive ourselves, but also how we are perceived by others in the whole world. That's how I see her. So yeah, that would be like my great pleasure to meet her one day and just tell her that. Even though I then grew to maybe obviously like some other artists, but I feel more like a Lana Del Rey stan than a Lady Gaga stan, I would say. But that's something very good to know. I've seen her 3 times in concert, in her show. The first one in 2009. I was 14. The second one, so it was the Fame Ball tour. The second one was the Monster Ball tour, obviously. And then the Born This Way Ball tour. So I saw like her first 3 shows from, 14 to 18, something like that. Yeah, no, maybe more. Born This Way came out in 2012, I guess. Yeah, but still, it adds up, yeah. I think that's it. So yeah, like wow. Who else can say that? Her first 3 shows, like ball tours, as she would call them, the Fame Ball tour, the Monster Ball tour, the Born This Way Ball tour. Love it, loved it. I often have like, like TikTok clips of the Monster Ball tour, and I know every moment by heart, every heartbeat, every time she says whatever, like every time she breathes, I really know it by heart. It's like like the moment when she sings teeth, incredible. Like the end of it, just crazy. And when she used this like French accent during Alejandro in the beginning, she's like, I can't live without you, I can't breathe without you I have nothing. Yeah, right. love. Oh my god, I could talk about her for 10 minutes, but let's just have one more that I remember said, like the first year that she was famous, like 2008. She used to say, she was famous for saying that, I'm just trying to change the world one sequin at a time. Lady Gaga. She did. She changed the world. She even like more so did more than one sequin at a time. It was like, and even like I'm not even talking about pop music, pop culture. You guys, the way that the music industry was before her, so boring. And then she shook it up, and it was like, oh my god, like yes, wait, we can use money to do those kind of like performances with those kind of outfits, with those kind of like she was so creative. I'm so sorry to say that in the past tense, but back then she was sorry. Okay, I'm gonna stop there about her because you've seen that I'm such a fan, but I just wanted to start with Mother Monster, I would say. Now, one of my other icons that probably shaped some of my identity is, of course, Blair Waldorf, Gossip Girl, who is played by Leighton Meester, who is an Aries, born April 9. So, Leighton Meester once said, "I think the most important thing is to be true to yourself." This is so cliche. Thank you, Leighton. Love you. But yeah, obviously, this feels like, let me just remember you. This thing, I think it's important to be true to yourself. 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 As Leighton Meester said. Are you feeling sleepy? Sleepy. Okay. This one's from Jackie Chan, who was born April 7, who once said, "I'm competitive with myself. I always want to be better." You know, one of my models, maybe I said it once, it is these 3 words: always get better. In the sense that obviously it always gets better. A situation will always like unveil something that after will feel like, I firmly believe, like it's like you had to go through this, how hard it was, and how deep it made you feel for you to just set a different outcomes, to just like get a new perspective or whatever. Something great will come out of it, even if you don't see it now. You just gotta keep believing in it. I know it sounds so easy to just say it and so hard yet to live by it or just experience it. But if you don't believe in that, then what are you doing? You know, it's just like, shape it on your own, reverse the process if you have to do it. Like, so when Jackie Chan says, "I'm competitive with myself, I always want to be better," it's really like about pushing yourself, and it's about like also, as stupid as it sounds, if everything goes well in your life and you're just like keeping on being on the same level, then isn't it like boring? Some people love a boring lifestyle or whatever, but sometimes it's good to see the past, what we've done and how we've achieved that, all the things, and how well we did. Because obviously when I think about myself like 10 years ago, I'm like, wow. And more I believe that fact that the person who I am today is the person that my younger self would have loved to meet and would feel secure with. And it almost brings me tears to think about that, like how I would just push myself and like tell my younger self, like, okay, yeah, let's go get it, you can do it. But also, everything comes at the right time, I believe. You have to think ahead, but also be strategic about everything that you're doing. But what I wanted to say is, like, when you go further, when you think about like reasons. There will always be excuses, and I am myself one of those people who is but I am kind with myself. Also, it's something like very fundamental, obviously, as I am with others. But I feel this. How can I say, I know that I wasn't capable of doing things back then, but now I am more and more. I mean, I see changes, and obviously, it's also something like an excuse that you can have in your deathbed to be like, okay, now I am like not in your deathbed, but like, okay, now that I am like kind of weak or weakened in a way, like I am old or whatever. Think of you and your older, very older self. In a way, you'll probably be like, now I cannot do anything. I cannot do all these things anymore. But when I could have had, why didn't I do it? You know, it's again, it's so cliche to say. It's so simple, easy to say, but yeah, it's so difficult to just. Because if you have this trauma, if you have this phobia, if you have all of these things that are boundaries to yourself, then obviously you cannot move on. You cannot like go further and push yourself. But at least not at least, but first thing is to identify those things, those fears. What is keeping ourselves not moving? Our fears, most of the time. I don't even know what else could it be. Anyway, I know mine's. I'm working on them, and I am doing the work to push myself. And sometimes I wish it would have been like a bit quicker than it is right now. I'm like, and I have all this stress about like my situation, and so it's a lot of things to process, but that what will then make you live life to its fullest. What else is there anyway to do in life rather than just no, actually there are a lot of things to do, but I feel like at some point you gotta go for also what you want, and also, believe me, identify what you want. This is also one of the first things to do. So yeah, it's good to compete with yourself, your inner self. And this is how, you compete with your inner self by letting go of your fears. This is mostly what that was about. So now, oh my god, this is like the perfect transition with Emma Watson, who said, she was born April 15. I'm driven by passion, not by fear. See, I think I've said it all. So let's say it again. Let's read it again. I'm driven by passion, not by fear. Emma Watson. Now, Reese Witherspoon, who was born March 22, said, you have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. I believe you have to fight through a lot of bad days. Yeah, in the end. And yeah, that's a good question. I'm like, let's reflect on that. Do I love all the days of my week? I think most probably yes, because I have this corporate company that I'm working for that is behind my back all the time. But I'm behind my back right now. I am really like focus, do what you have to do. And I am doing what I have to do. I know what I'm doing, at least, and I'm proud of how I'm handling things, but it's also stressful, so I don't like the stress, but at least it's not the stress of a corporate company, so that's what I'm saying for myself. But in the end, I like all 7 days of the week because I really get to decide into what I want every day, but still having a little discipline. Like all my mornings, I go to the gym, and I don't use my phone until like 10 or 11, I don't know. I try to wake up as early as I can, like before 9, so which isn't that early, obviously, but like between 8 and 9, and then I read while I have my breakfast, then I get ready, go to the gym, and I just shower, whatever, and this is how I really have to start my day. Almost every day, like 4 or 5 times a week. And so that I know that I'm active, because otherwise, obviously, it's so easy to just rot in bed. So yeah, that's really, and then like in the afternoons, I'll do all my other stuff, which is like recording ASMR, but also like just getting in touch of like new clients and stuff for my casting activity. So yeah, about like the bad days and good days, there will always be both of them. That's also very stupid for me to say that, but it is. So let's try not to have bad days. Let's try to have less. Like, I don't know. It feels like when you say good and bad, that there's only like two extremes, like 0% or 100%, when there are like 100 numbers between 1 and 100. So yeah, I'd rather see it like that. I'd say it's not like it cannot be just like bad, and then one like super good. That doesn't even work that way. It's like, I guess it's like I don't know, 79, 80, 83, 86, 79, 77, 90, like you are like, it cannot go like from a 0 to 100, because that would be like, I'd be concerned if my life would be like from 0 to 100 and 100 to 0. Like obviously something bad can happen and you're like, but it doesn't last forever. Nothing lasts forever. That's also one good quote. Okay, now let's do another one. Okay, just last 3 ones that are kind of, I'm a bit sad about them, because they're a bit boring. I'm so sorry. Which is not something that I was waiting for from Aries, but whatever. So, Sarah Jessica Parker, born March 25, said, said, I create my own path. Well, I think we all do. So, this Aries energy is fire, right? Maybe tonight you don't need to overthink. You just need to trust yourself a little more to move forward, right? Even slowly, but to move forward. Well, I hope this was sorry. Sometimes my back hurts. Anyway, I hope this was good quotes, inspirational quotes for you. And so I'll see you guys on the next one. Next month, next season will be about Taurus. Please comment if you are an Aries, and if you have any quote that you want to share